It's time.
It's time.
All right, it's working.
Yay, yay, yay.
Wait, it's my turn? Am I supposed to say
Yep.
something? Welcome to the next episode of VGXL Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel, aka Games. Joining me again is the beautiful Fefer from the channel Fefer. And if you're not already following, everyone give us a follow at VGXL Podcast or Video Games Life everywhere else. And yeah, we're going to be going to PAX East.
Hell yes.
Hi, Fefer.
Hi.
Where can everybody follow you at?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Pfeffer. You can also find me on Pfeffer Plays everywhere else.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's Wednesday. Should be our new day to record. I want to be consistent, right? I think we should try to be consistent.
I think so.
And yeah, there's a lot of video games to talk about and things coming up. Some
Yeah.
interesting news today that we're going to be getting into. And I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm very excited.
Oh man. All right. Well, before we move on to any news or anything you want to talk about, what you've been playing since last recording?
I played Super Mario World. I beat that in about a half hour yesterday.
On
Played some more Super
stream.
Mario. On stream, yes. On here on twitch.tv/Pfeffer. And I played more Paper Mario. That's been really fun. Um, and I got a little bit of Yakuza 5 in.
Oh
Not
yeah.
as much as I wanted, but yeah.
Yeah,
Little
that's
bit.
awesome. I saw you playing Super Mario World. I saw you did a quick run. I know I was bothering you about getting all the exits.
I know. I'm like, no, that's not happening. That is not happening. That game is so fun for me, though. I love that game. That's definitely one of those games. Like you have a list of games that you in your lifetime you just love. That's one of the games. That's alongside Undertale.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just Mario World or Mario World and Mario 3.
That's one of them.
Yeah,
2 and 3.
that's right. Because 2 is your speed run. Oh man.
Yeah.
So I was just checking.
What have you
So,
been playing?
but first time before that, we're recording we're rebroadcasting on your channel. It looks so. Is it me or is it blurry?
Give me see. It looks a little blurry.
Might have to leave it like that just for today. But um, I mean, our beautiful voices is what. Yes. So I mean,
Sorry.
I think it's a little low too.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it is because I see it up. Hold on, let me just do one thing and then we'll continue recording. Entertain the
Okay.
people, entertain everybody.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. No, I'm kidding. I'm stopping. So we are very excited. All games is away. We're very excited for PAX East. If you do see us on the floor, uh, definitely holler at us. Holler. Okay, fine. I won't say that anymore. But holla. Definitely shout us out. Say what's up. What's good. What's popping. Let's go. You know, because we are definitely ready to have a good time. We're going to be there Friday and Saturday, and we're going to both days. So definitely check us out. And yeah. That is more. Oh, that is more or less what's going on. And whoops. But yeah, if you all don't forget also just don't forget to check us out on all the different socials. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of the above. But definitely Wednesday will be our podcast day. So definitely check us out here on either one of our Twitch channels on Wednesdays. So Quiet, quiet, quiet. He's back.
What?
Huh? Quiet, quiet, quiet. He's back.
All right, so it looks better, but let me do one more thing.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Excuse us. This is our test run on trying to do what we're trying to do right now. So that's it. That's it. Are you guys all looking for any looking forward to any games? Don't forget to let us know in the comments. Let us know. Let us know. We're gonna definitely be um taking a look at the comments. And yeah, definitely. So don't forget to check us out on there. This will be posted up to the YouTube.
Okay.
So this will be posted up. Okay, you're back.
Okay. It might just be me.
Might just be you. Okay.
It might just be me. That's exactly what it was. Okay, it was just me.
It was just you. Okay, cool.
All right. So, well, it does look better though. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Joining us.
No worries.
You're just joining us. We're recording on Video Games X Live channel. It's being rebroadcasted on Fefer's channel, and we're gonna be doing a podcast tonight. So sorry if we don't respond or speak to the chat if this is the first time you're catching this. But yeah, on to more podcasting, I guess.
Yes. Yes. I let everybody know that we'll just reiterating that we will be at PAX East to holla at us if you see us out there Friday, Saturday, and that this will be our normal podcasting day.
Right, exactly.
Then we get a song and dance and all, you know.
Oh, you was freaking it? You was twerking it?
Twerking it.
Oh, snap. All right, but yeah, you was asking what I was playing. So this week so far, I'm finishing up Yakuza. Over the weekend, I played more of the Diablo 4 beta. So that I actually played last time we spoke. Wait, when did we last record? That was Friday? We did Friday, right? Wow.
We did do Friday.
So I was I don't think I had played much of it at all by the time. I had only played a little bit. So over the weekend I played a little bit more Diablo. It does feel really, really good though. Like sad that not all the characters are available. I think they're gonna be unlocked during the open beta this weekend, but we're probably not gonna be able to play much because we're gonna be at PAX East.
That's right.
Like I was saying, and then we have what else? We'll just be at PAX East, so we're just not gonna be able to play very much of it. And then I played a little bit more Exo Primal. Exo Primal's cool. I'd like to see more of what they're gonna do with it. I realized it feels very much like a live service game. I'm sure that's what it is, but it's gonna be so far in. It's gonna be $60, and I don't know if it's $60 worthy just yet. Like I have to play more. I have to see what modes they're gonna be. If there's gonna be like some in-depth story. Like I mean, I trust Capcom because they've been pretty good. But not all their stories are that great, especially when it's outside of Resident Evil. It's like their stories aren't really all that. Like Monster Hunter's like it's there's something. So it's like something like Exo Primal. I'm like, like is there gonna be story to this? You know what it feels like? It feels like their version of like a Earth Defense Force. Those weird games where you're fighting like bugs and giant like bugs and monsters and kaiju type things. Like those games are fun as shit, not for nothing.
Yes.
So but Exo Primal feels like that, but you're on a team and some of I was playing as one of the other classes that did melee. It didn't feel really good, I have to say. Like the melee, maybe it's me. I wasn't really digging the melee class. I felt like useless because they're they start coming in these giant waves, and it's like melee has to be like, I don't know, you have to have a good team. I think like that's one of those games like when you have a good team where you're talking like what everyone's gonna do, everyone has their job to do, that's where it'll be like it'll shine and really show itself.
Strategy.
Yeah, where you have a healer who knows what he's doing, you have a tank that knows what they're doing, and and maybe 2 or 3 DPS, that are doing their thing. Then maybe, but we were getting our asses kicked. So I mean, the good thing is you can change jobs in the middle of the match. So you can, if you're assault
Oh,
and
interesting.
the healer's not doing their job, you can turn into the healer and do that or whatever. So that's what's cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Honestly, I wish you had a chance to try it out. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, $60 kind of scares me. So it's like I have to see. It might be a game that like if we both want to play it, then I might just get it on PlayStation or something because that doesn't feel like a
Yeah,
game I
for you
care about
sharing.
playing on the deck. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, yeah, that was it, right? I mean, did I play? Did you
Yeah,
play
we
anything
didn't
else?
really play anything else.
Oh,
So.
you know what I've been, what I had, what else? What I forgot to mention is Tekken. That's what I started playing. The story mode of Tekken 7. Because they released the Tekken. They released the King trailer. Remember I was playing Tekken this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you look like you're just like
Oh. No, no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tekken. What's that?
No, I just remembered another game that I played
Oh,
that I didn't
what's that?
mention. Bear's Restaurant.
Oh yeah. How was that?
That was I you know what? I didn't know what I was expecting when I started the game up. I just know because this is a game from Odin Cat. So they just recently released Meg's Monster, which you are Meg's monster, and if you cry, like you're just like rough and tough, but if you cry, everybody dies, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Okay,
So
that's
I'm
right.
like, "Oh, that sounds kind of wild, you know?" So um they had actually reached out to me right at the beginning of my hiatus, and they're like, hey, if you want to like if you want to see something here, like we got something to offer you as a key and stuff. And then I'm like, well, I'm away right now, so I can't like promise you anything right now. And they're like, it's okay, here, I take these two game keys. And they gave me keys for Bear's Restaurant and Fishing Paradiso. And I
Mm-hmm.
haven't gotten to that other one yet. But like I've heard of the names. I had, again, never really looked into them. They just looked really cute, and then I knew Meg's Monster was coming out because Laura Shigihara had played the demo on her stream a while back, and it looked really nice. So I went. I played Bear's Restaurant. You are a cat, and you're working in this restaurant, which is owned by Bear, but it's like you're like in a purgatory kind of thing. Everybody's deceased. So you're serving them their last meal before they
Mm.
can move on to the white pearly gates, you know?
Yeah. Right. You know.
And
Yeah.
I'm not really going to go into the story, but I thought it was really nice. It's a kind of like one of those bittersweet kind of stories. I definitely recommend it if you like narratives and stuff. Um I kind of just by the name of it, I thought it would be more of a story driven kind of diner dash type of thing. Yeah, I was wrong. But I was still not disappointed. So I definitely recommend that if you like just a chill game. There's no fighting or anything like that. It's
Hmm.
just story based.
That sounds
And
cool.
I thought it was interesting. You should definitely check it out too.
The way you're describing reminds me of that other game with the tea, the
Oh, Spirit Tea.
Spirit Tea. Yeah, that's the one that I'm really looking forward to. I'm like, that
Yeah,
needs to
still
hurry up and
waiting on
come
that
out.
one.
I know it's like, and then you say that, and it also reminds me. The name reminds me of Bear and Breakfast, the other one that I played.
Yes.
That one I have
Mm-hmm.
to go back to because when it first came out, it had a couple of little flaws going on for it or whatever. But I need a chill game like these like life sims or chill sims are a really great way to like relieve stress, chill out, not think too
Mm-hmm.
much, while keeping your brain occupied. Like it's
Yeah.
those are always really fun to play. But yeah. But yeah, so yeah, like I was saying before, I played a little bit of Tekken 7 over the weekend. That was really fun. I hadn't played that in forever, and I was doing the story mode. Story mode is pretty interesting. I really like how wherever the character's from, like for whatever country they're from, they speak the native language of the country.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so you have the American girls just talking English. You have Heihachi talking just straight Japanese, and they talk to each other in their different languages, and they just be answering each other, you know. and then you meet I forget his name, the Italian guy, and he just comes out speaking straight up Italian. He actually just understands Italian all of a sudden. I'm just like, that's
They're multilingual,
hell
okay?
yeah. These are no wonder they're freaking like gods of fighting and shit. You know, like they're so crazy with their fighting mechanic moves or whatever. But but yeah, so that actually makes me excited because I'm curious to see what the story's gonna be. You know, like if they're gonna follow. I'm sure they will. I'm assuming they will follow that same kind of setup for for part 8. And yeah, seeing the King and Law trailer, which is that's me and Mike's main characters,
Yes,
or
yes.
whatever. So it was just cool that those back to back they came out. So it was good. That was really cool. I sent them the Law one, and then he sent me the King one. I was like, oh shit.
Challenge.
Exactly. I can't
Challenge
wait.
accepted.
I'm so hyped for Tekken. So like I said, it's been really fun getting back into it and getting my butt kicked by randos on the internet. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. So moving forward, we have a few things I want to go over, and we're gonna have some discussion later. But uh, some big news that I think came out today or yesterday. After what, uh, 11 years of being out, Counter Strike is getting a sequel, which is like one of the biggest. I didn't even know this is how like how much in the know I am when it comes to like Counter Strike or old PC games, but that's a Valve game. The people
Yeah,
who
I
make
never knew
Steam.
that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I'm like, I didn't
Yeah.
know who I thought made that game, but that's an old mod. First of all, Counter Strike in general, the old Counter Strike before CS:GO was a mod of Half Life that got turned into So it was a mod of
Oh.
Half Life that got turned into a shooter, and then finally CS:GO came out back around 2012, and that just became like the main shooter. And the thing is, there's no like seasons or microtransactions or anything like. Well, there's microtransactions, I'm sure, because I remember there's gambling or whatever in that. But there's no like season passes and things like that that they do for like Call of Duty and all that. And
Mhm.
it's like the most played shooter on Steam. It's like a million concurrent like all the time. It's
Wow.
crazy. And so yeah, sequels finally come out where it's gonna be pretty much a massive technical overhaul of the game. Like timings are gonna
Mhm.
be better, and like apparently when you throw like a grenade, like the way the server y- talks to the game can mess things up. Oh, it scared me. Um so
Children be
so
creeping.
I know, right? So pretty much yeah, like just a massive technical overhaul, whatever. And it just sounds cool. So maybe I'll try it out. Oh, and one cool thing that I feel like you never get for like any other freaking developer is that all the skins you've ever bought over the years are all gonna be compatible and transfer over to. So it feels like
Oh,
it
wow.
feels almost like it's they calling it a sequel, but it feels almost like the way Overwatch went to Overwatch 2, but it's still Overwatch.
It's
But
just an upgrade
but you don't
kind of
lose your
thing.
skins. 'Cause I think people lost their skins. I can't remember for Overwatch, but
Um.
it's possible. But yeah,
Mhm.
so pretty much I'm excited for people who enjoy that game, and I'm excited to try it out. Maybe I'll actually like it because it,
Yeah.
it feels old. It feels like an older game.
Yeah,
So
it looks it.
um that next story I'm gonna move. You can cover what we have next on the list there.
Oh, so I did mention Laura Shigihara just a moment ago when talking about um Meg's Monster. So everybody, Laura Shigihara's Rockwind Deluxe comes out at midnight. Midnight. Midnight.
What's
Um
Rockwin?
so Rockwind, funny you should ask. Rockwind is her first game that she made like 5 years ago. And so it now they did a rebuild on the whole game. It's got new graphics, new animations in it, and when you get the deluxe, you also get Mr. Saito, which is her newest installation, not necessarily a sequel, but it's another short story after Rockwind, not a part of it. It's in the same universe. So in the Rockwind universe, you have Mr. Saito. And so Laura has been she's been pushing hard on Twitter and whatnot, and she did put out a letter today, just thanking everybody for all the support because the community is always, always, always so supportive and very extremely loving to Lara Shigihara because she's amazing, and it's obviously well deserved. So she wanted to thank everybody and just she didn't want everybody who did actually play, which I do recommend going back and actually playing Rockwind before
Hmm.
you play Mr. Saito. So you have a little backstory on the characters because it does have characters from Rockwind in there, or types of characters, not specific characters. And she just wanted to remind that Mr. Saito is still a separate installation, not necessarily a direct sequel, showing highlighting a different story of another character or two, for you to meet and learn about and have some fun with. So the story for Rockwind, you have this little boy who is in the hospital. He kind of stumbles upon this other magical world, and also along with other meeting other people from the hospital between the two worlds.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna leave it like that. And Mr. Saito is a very busy working man who also falls into the hospital, um, and meets this little boy named Brandon. And that
Okay.
story, I did have the pleasure of beta testing for Lara Shigihara, and it's a very it's very short and sweet. Okay, so it's definitely much shorter than Rockwind, but it still left me very satisfied and happy, and I just thought it was a really sweet addition to the Rockwind universe. So definitely check it out.
All right. Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
sounds interesting. I have to actually play Rockwind. Well, I've watched you play like pretty much the whole thing and all the good
Yes.
bits. So,
All the good bits.
yeah, I think I'm pretty satisfied watching your experience with it. So,
That
maybe
one's
I'll
a
play
very
Mr. Saito
emotional.
then, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
Cuz that sound I like the way what she's done with RPG Maker and you know and all that.
Yes.
It was weird. So like I read a review on it and it's like I don't know. I couldn't tell if they liked the game or disliked the game. They gave it like a pretty good score. Got like an 8.5 on Destructoid when I read it. But then
Okay.
they're like shit on it like on like the writing. You know what I mean? Because I guess it's a review of the writing or whatever. And since
Okay.
it's mostly a reading game with some adventure elements and stuff like that, and they
Mhm.
just go on about like how there's some of the jokes don't land, how this and that, and I'm just like pretty much when the jokes are written well, everything's really good, and then there's just a lot of fluff and it was like they're pretty harsh on a simple little adventure game like that has overwhelmingly positive. It's like I don't know. Sometimes these critics, I feel like it's just their job to shit on things, and I was just kind of annoyed for the decent score it got. Like, I just felt like they were very nitpicky on this simple game, and it's just like it didn't need all that. It truly didn't
Yeah.
need all that.
I need to look into that review. How dare they?
I know, like I said, they still get it. They could it could have been worse. It could have been worse. They could have like really like gave it like a 7, whatever. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was weird. It was weird for sure.
That is weird. Yeah, cuz you know what the thing is, if you really take in, I mean, I'm over here defending Lara Shigihara, just like, it's one of those things, like, and that's with any game developer that you enjoy, that you play their first game, like, if um oh my god, Kojima, if Kojima comes out, I mean, everything
What
with him is
happened?
a mixed bag. No, I'm over here thinking, I drew a blank on his name for a quick second there.
Oh,
And
how dare!
I got Yakuza on the mind. I'm like, Majima.
Ah,
In my head, I'm thinking animal on Video Game Awards. Majima, but he said Kojima, Kojima. So
there's a
yeah,
Jima in there, so I
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah. So, but it's kind of like that. If you see, just like we go up to bat for Kojima and his eccentric games and whatnot. The same thing with Laura. Honestly, if you haven't played Rockwind, you're not gonna get a number of like scenarios and stuff in Mr. Saito, because there are jokes, there are different characters that add on to it, you can say. I
Right.
feel like so, and there it's. I mean, the joke's not landing. It's corny humor,
Right.
you know.
Right. You know, it's
So
like
it's meant to be silly. So I don't know.
exactly. It's
I
like
think they took the game too seriously and wanted to really criticize, if
it
anything.
was such a long review though, so I had to like stop in the middle. So I'm sure they justify the score later, like why they give it a higher score and stuff like that. Maybe the Mr. Saito added to it. But it was just
Oh,
like, oh
okay.
my gosh, it was a bit much for nice little indie game. I mean, I'm glad it got its attention though. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
it's to me it's always there's so many games that come out. So when a game is on a major site that's considered part of like Metacritic and stuff like that, um
Mhm.
that you've heard of. You've heard of Kotaku, you've heard of Destructed, you've heard of Polygon, and you may not like some of these sites, Kotaku, but they still if it's being covered, it means it's getting to that mainstream, and it's really cool. Just like Spinch, that Spinch got like
Exactly.
that was a game that like from Akubara, a small publisher, and studio,
Exactly.
and it's like seeing them get coverage, media coverage on their games is a big deal because it's you know games hundreds of games come out every day, and they don't
Oh my
all get
goodness,
media
yes.
coverage unless they get like they're being talked about on Twitter, or streamers are talking about them with enough following to catch some editors attention.
Exactly. Exactly. No, it's true.
So
It's
it's
just a shame to see like just because I feel like Laura's work, she does things her way in her cutesy animations and the story and whatnot. So it's not
yeah,
bad.
I mean, I guess to play devil's advocate, it's like
I
they're
get it
they're
though.
just keeping their integrity. It's like they're not playing favorites just because it's an
That's
indie
fair.
an indie game, and I get it. It's
They're
just if
wronged, but they're not.
sometimes
That's fair.
what I like it's fair to an extent. It feels a little unfair when it's like talking about like how some of the jokes don't land. Like who cares? Like obviously people don't care about that when it's getting a super like when it's getting praised left and right, by regular
Exactly.
players. Like that's just a critic has to be a critic. You know what I mean? So
They're just being a big old dumpus.
I don't know what a dumpus is, but I like it. Um,
If you know, you know.
what else? So speaking of freaking controversy, uh, so Arcane. There's a couple things. So Arcane, as you may or may not be aware, is a Bethesda game, and now we know
Mhm.
who owns Bethesda. Microsoft bought them out, $10.5 billion,
Mhm. Mhm.
going on almost 2 years now, and um, and when they, when Phil Spencer's like just a really good knows how to he's really good at corporate speak. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
you
yeah.
gotta hand it to the man. He knows how to speak. Like talk you up or make things sound good or whatever. And so when that whole thing was happening, it's like, oh, we're not going to take games away from people. Anything that's being developed for PS5 is still going to be on PS5. Blah blah blah. Turns out Redfall was in development for PS5, and it just came out recently that it got shit canned after the acquisition. So a lot of people are, I don't care. I think it's business, and it is what it is. I own everything, so it's no sweat off my back. It's like I was gonna play it probably on PC anyway, if I was even gonna play that game, because the game doesn't even look that great. I'm sorry, like I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything that's calling me to that game. It might be fun and it might be great, but what they've shown, just like Kill the
It's
Justice
not
League,
appealing.
it's like, all right, it's another zombie shooter. Like there's some gimmicks here that are might stick out, but yeah, no, the fanboys are at it again. The fucking see, blah blah blah. I'm just like, you guys are gonna keep getting heartbroken because I get it. You want accountability, and I can appreciate accountability, but it's like it is what it is. It was never promised, and they bought them. Like it's just business.
That's
So
all it is. You
that's
can't
really
really get too heartbroken on that stuff. And not everything is set in stone. Everything can change at a moment's notice. And the fact that you're crying
exactly.
about it is just shows you're way too invested in some company and their business dealings.
Exactly. Like, it's like at this point, it's not even that hard to get into the PC gaming, especially with something like a Steam Deck. But even gaming computers, it's like you can buy a little cheap gaming computer. Plus, like older video cards are back on sale, and old, ones from just last year or like last year and a half. The 30 series is getting cheaper all the time. You can spend pretty much PlayStation money on a piece on a video card. You may not want to go to PC, fine, I get it, but it's like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Xbox only players have been left out in the cold plenty of times. I'm like, who gives a shit at this point? um,
Xbox.
and I have a soft spot for PlayStation stuff. Shut up, get out of here, you Xbox. But I for a bit there, I considered myself a PlayStation fanboy until I realized fanboy culture and what they're doing. Like, and I just don't want to associate myself with that because I'm like, I'm gonna critique either side, or praise either side. Like if I see Xbox, I hope they come out with good games. I hope Avowed, wow, wrong game. I hope Redfall is a good game, but what are you gonna do?
Exactly, we can only hope and
But
see.
so on top of that, so there was that. So I think to kind of like mitigate some of that and to shut people up, there was double backlash because you had that, but then people found out there was gonna be a always online requirement, and I think and I think Microsoft is like wants to make kind of maybe no they don't, but there was enough backlash that they're gonna actually make that they're gonna take away. They're looking into taking out the single player requirement, which. At the end of the day, it's like whatever. Like almost everybody playing this shit is gonna be online, you
I
know.
know.
So it's
Not
like
like back in 360 Connect that they were like, oh, it's always gonna be on. Oh no, it's on all the time.
oh, that was on the Xbox One, yeah.
Oh, the Xbox One.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that
I'm
it was a mix.
360
It was
still got a
both
soft spot.
because it was like the Connect always being on, and it was always the Xbox One
Is
was supposed to be always
yeah,
online
yeah.
until Sony like killed them in the marketing with the whole how to share a game and all that. Like that was their biggest fucking mistake. They should have just rolled that out slowly, you know. But whatever. It's like sometimes I really wish that Xbox didn't fail like with the Xbox One, only because it would have created competition. We'd have more video
That's
games.
true.
Like, why don't people want more? Like, Xbox needs to succeed, you know.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and so now, on a since we're talking about this, not on the list here, but on on a related note to even that, um, Microsoft now has offered or came out and said like they're giving 10-year deals to everybody, and they're pretty much letting the FTC and the CMA and all that Sony is going to have 10 years. 10 years should be more than enough for Sony to come up with a competitor. Like if you can't come, it's they're gonna be able to have Call of Duty, and in that time, if they want to come up with a Call of Duty a competitor by then, that should be more than enough time for them to do it without affecting players or killing competition or whatever. And what's gonna be funny out of all this, because Sony did this. This wouldn't be the first time if it actually happened. Is what happened way back in the day with Nintendo. That Nintendo made that deal with Sony and publicly embarrassed the shit out of them, and look where we are today. Like that shit is a turning point in video game history.
Yeah.
Had that not
yeah.
happened, who knows? Nintendo might not even exist if that would have happened, because I think what was it that they were gonna keep hardware sales, but like anything that was Sony branded, they get to keep the software sales on it, something like that. It was something crazy that Nintendo was like, wait a minute, why the hell are we signing this deal? And then went with Panasonic and then fucked them as well, or
Oh my god.
something like that. I don't know if it was Panasonic or if I'm thinking of one other, but
I feel like it is. I feel like that's
but yeah, so it would just be crazy if like in that 10 years or the next 5 years or even right now in the next few years, whatever, that they actually develop a shooter that really like combats Call of Duty to the point
that
of
would be
like
so
being
wild.
the market leader in the best shooter out there. Imagine like they just destroy Call of Duty with some fire ass. I'm not saying it's possible because they haven't had a shooter under their belt in forever, but I have a feeling that's what they're doing. Like they already know that. They know that they have to make a competitor at this point, and they're making this big ass deal and this whole thing. But I'm like, I think they already got something cooking. And it might not even be a Call of Duty clone. It could just be a completely different type of shooter that just overtakes, live service games shooters in general.
It's gonna be somebody is gonna create something on the new Fortnite engine, and it's gonna blow them all away.
I know, right now, both Call of Duty and
Or Roblox, or
Wait,
that Roblox Call of Duty game.
we haven't talked about that Fortnite thing yet. Hold on.
I know. Sorry, that's what I say. For Roblox, Roblox, it's Roblox. Roblox is gonna blow them out of the water.
Right? Oh shit. Like, forget fucking Call of Duty, forget, Battlefield or Apex. It's gonna be Roblox that like
Guys, you getting on Roblox? I'm on. Hop on, quick. Come on.
I know, right?
Time to queue up.
Well, Roblox is on Xbox if I'm not mistaken, so
Oh, oh my god.
right? Like it is.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
Xbox. So hey, Xbox might have a win with that because I don't think it's on PlayStation at all. I think it's only on Xbox.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
That's pretty
Oh
funny.
Lord.
um, but yeah. So what else we got here? Oh yeah. So oh yeah. So the freaking guy who played what's his name? That played Candyman freaking goes on Twitter and is like super hype and freaking like just ends up leaking the fact that Spider-Man, the Spider-Man sequel that came on PlayStation is actually going to be coming out in September with marketing getting blown up in August, and he just freaking puts it all on Twitter, mad hype.
Tony
And
Todd.
yeah, Tony Todd, the old Candyman guy. Oh my god. That feels like such a old
Oh.
man boomer mistake to make. Like, oh yeah, and it's just like, oh wait, people care about video games that much? Oh, I'm not
Wait,
supposed
I'm
to
not
say
supposed to say that? I thought it was okay.
Like, oh my bad, shit.
Like, oops.
Delete. He was like, he probably just thought like, oh, children play video games, so I can announce this. I can say whatever.
Nobody cares about this.
He probably learned that
Not
though.
a
He
big
probably got
deal.
screamed at. I'm sure like, oh man, they're like
Like,
pissed
what
right
the hell
now.
are you doing?
Like, shut up. Like, come on. But that sounds hot though. I can't wait. And him as Venom, that sounds like that voice. I could see it. I could see it. So
Ooh, I'm still just shaking over here from Candyman. The original Candyman was always creeped me the hell out.
hell yeah.
To
I
this
bet you
day,
watch
I'm
it today.
still
And it's probably like we're scared of this
no,
shit.
I'm still gonna be scared.
Candyman. Oh man. But yeah, so apparently that makes sense though, and that's a good time. I feel like September that's a great Christmas gift for a lot of kids. Like PlayStations
yeah,
are available
totally.
everywhere. Yeah, I can't believe it. It was weird going to Amazon. I'm like PS5 was. I almost wanted to buy one because it was available. It was just like,
I
oh,
know.
you know what?
I want to pick me up a God of War one.
I know it just comes with the game. It's not even like a God of War PlayStation.
Oh, it doesn't have anything cool on the
No, it just
can't
it's
get
just,
no.
it's not
Well,
a
it comes with the
skin. It's not
controller
a
though, right?
no,
No?
nothing. No, it doesn't.
Son of a bitch.
It's just a regular old PS5 with. I don't even know if the physical game comes in there or not. It might just be a code. If who knows. But definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't. Isn't anything special. Yo, they're still trying to sell PS5s on eBay above cost. This guy's dying there. Like, please. Imagine that one person who thought, oh man, look, orders like 10 of them, and then it's all like regular price now. Oh man, people still trying mad hard to sell the brand new for the digital edition for $559. Like, are you crazy?
Oh my lord. Wow, I'm so like I didn't realize that it didn't have wow.
Yeah, I remember that. And same thing with the Horizon one. The Horizon one don't come with nothing special. No special like
Like
no.
come on, throw some special panels on there or something, bro.
Nah, this is
What
a
is
cash grab.
good?
Do you know what this is? This is their excuse to sell the PlayStation at a higher price. That's it.
Yeah, that's
For retail. That's
lame.
all it is.
So go to Etsy, everybody. Go to Etsy and get yourself some nice PS5 panels.
Yo, get me some panels though.
What you want on it? God of War?
I don't know. I want a
Oh
Fefer
no, I'll
panel.
use my Cricket. I'll use my
Cricket.
Shut
You
up.
gotta you gotta use the crumpet.
Damn it, I walked into that one.
Oh yeah. So speaking of cricket and crumpet, which is a line from Ninja Turtles, there's a shredder from the original movie skin in Call of Duty. Oh my god, that shit is fire. It is like the only time I've ever in years now that I got into Call of Duty pretty late. You know, like 2018, 2019 was like the first time I got, but it's been wow, that's like 5 years, almost 5 years now. So yeah, in the last few years, I've nothing has ever made me want to spend money on Call of Duty. Nothing. I've never wanted to spend no money past buying the game. Like you look at these skins, I'm like, even when Rambo came out, I'm like, who gives a shit? But that shredder looked fire. It's the like, cause it's from the movie. It's not even like some like their version
Oh.
of it. No, it's from the old school TMNT, like 1991 shredder when he takes
Oh,
off
I
like
see him.
the you see it, fire. I'm like,
That's cool.
I would actually get like would have spent. I'm not spending. I'm sure it's $20. I'm sure it's. I'm not spending $20 on that. But
Wow.
if I grind enough coins and I have nothing to do with that, and I see that, I might just cop that shit. It's like the one skin that actually has me like I would run around from Call of Duty as Shredder, killing shit. Their skins are normally trash, and since it's a first person game, it's like who cares? Or you can see me as the skin, like like you see yourself, I guess before. That's why I won't even spend money on it. Like it's cool, and I love the idea of it, but it's like,
Yeah, yeah. It says 2,400 Call of Duty points.
yeah, $20 or
Call
what?
of Duty points. Notably, 2,000 Call of Duty points cost $20.
Yeah, but
So
I think you
2,000
get a
is worth
bonus
it.
or whatever. I don't know how much the
Yeah,
bonus is.
400 bonus.
Yeah, see, so there you go, 20
So that's
bucks.
it, $20. Yeah.
If you have 0 point, I mean, I honestly have like 900 or 1,000, and I'm probably not gonna buy the battle pass this season, so I could get it for like $10 right now, but
Don't do it.
I should just treat
Don't
Call of
do it.
Duty like, well, no, because I don't like their skins, and it sucks because if I would have spent money on skins that I liked from on last year's and all the ones from like 2018 to or 2018 or 2019 till last year, your skins don't transfer over. See, at
Um,
least what was cool was that if you bought your skin, like if you had a skin from an older game, you could put it in Warzone and at least see it in Warzone. But I think so from 2019. So from 2019, I think till 2021, you could use your skins. I don't know if you could use them in the newer games, but you could use them
mm,
in Warzone. Between like there was 3 different games that came out after when Warzone came out, like, and you can use skins in Warzone from all 3 games. So that was cool. But
it's no Fortnite.
exactly, the skins aren't
Doesn't
that
all
great. And
carry
now
over.
look, you lost them. You lose them now for Warzone 2. So you don't get you don't get your skins, which is trash to me.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's super trash to me.
that is trash.
But whatever, it is
Yeah,
what it is. Um,
it is. It is.
what else? What else we got here? uh, oh, I didn't. You know what? I didn't even realize that thing was there. I put that there. You put that there. The link
Who
about the
put that
10
there?
years. The
You put that there.
oh, I did. Wow. I just talked about it off
Yeah.
the. That's how awesome I am. Um. Speaking of things that don't work anymore, Battlefield. EA
Oh.
announced that Battlefield, yeah, it's gonna delist Mirror's Edge. No, Mirror's Edge, I think was a mistake. I think it's gonna be they're delisting the old Battlefield games. So Battlefield 1943 or 45, I don't remember the year. I think it's
43.
45. 43. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
and Bad Company 1 and 2, which that's the one that I'm like, damn, like whenever people talk about that, it's always about Bad Company, Bad Company. Oh, they just need to make Bad Company 3 already and blah blah blah. And you're up there. Now they're taking it down. Um and they're gonna I guess whatever campaign there was will be made available for offline. That's it. Everything else
Oh.
ah.
Damn.
And I think that sucks, man. It's like it's a multi-billion-dollar company. Like, is it really saving you that much server money to just leave it on for a little longer or reinvigorate? No, they want you off that shit. They want you playing on their latest game, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's just fucked up.
Yeah, they're gonna take them off April 28th, and then the online services will close December 8th.
Oh yeah, so you have until December 8th, right? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn. So all of you who enjoy those games, you better get on it.
I know that sucks.
That does suck.
I hate that idea. It's like, yo, leave online, like leave the online games, man. Like, come on, or at least, or make
Yeah.
it peer to peer, or, you know, I feel like that should be illegal. It should be like there should be some way, or give it to, like, you know, like for like, hey, we're delisting it, we're turning off the online service, but for fans who still want to play, here's the we're gonna unlock, you know, we're gonna make it easily moddable, or we're gonna make like a peer to peer, you know, API or something, and if you want to host your own servers, go right ahead. You can host just like you can in most Battlefield games. You can host your own server, you know. So it's like, or make only paid servers. Like, you want to play online, you gotta, you know, we're gonna leave it up to the people paying for the servers, because people pay for them. So if people are paying money, or give it to a hosting company, you know, like, hey, you know, we're hosted. If people want to play, well, you know, if you want to have your own server, boom, here's a way to still play online, even if it's just with friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's shitty that they're doing it like that, but whatever. So
Yeah, that's
RIP to those games. You know, I didn't really read the next ones. We can move on. Apparently, well, yeah, we can move on. So the big to the discussion, because it's getting kind of late. Well, we discussed what you had mentioned a little bit with Fortnite. So today, there was a big event for what is it, Unreal, the Unreal Engine, or the State of Unreal Engine, and there was a 7-hour stream. I didn't even really catch any of it. So, but two of the biggest highlights is they showed like the facial animations, right? You saw that, right?
Oh yeah, Senua sacrifice.
Yeah, for whatever.
I forgot the name of it. Yes.
For Hellblade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. No, it looked crazy. It looked so realistic. Even though it was just like a video trailer kind of preview, but like if you look up the video, it looks so real. Like you can see her pores and
I know, it
everything, and her
looks
facial
freaky.
expressions as she's speaking, and you see all the muscle movement on. Oh my god, it was so crazy. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I can't wait. That just hyped me up, honestly. I want to see actual gameplay, and I want the game to be out. I don't know. That
Hell
hyped me
yeah,
up.
like that game looks like fire. I hope it plays a lot better. I hope they really went in on the battle system, because that's everyone's complaint. It was a cool game. It was cool for what it was. Just the battle system was very basic. You know, it was very easy to parry, and you know there wasn't much to it. But it, you know, it was a gorgeous game, though. I have to say that was a gorgeous game. I still think you should play it.
I
Throw
want
some
definitely
headphones
play
on
it.
for that binaural. You know.
Maybe I'll play it in VR. Maybe.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. But but the biggest thing that got, well, this got announced already a few days ago, and I think we had talked about it a little bit. But I think the biggest thing that came out was the fact that Unreal Engine for Fortnite is going to be coming out. It's out already. You can download it, and what that essentially is going to be a tool set, a full Unreal 5 tool set to build whatever you want within Fortnite's launch, you know, game. So if you want to make yourself your own Fortnite clone, you want to make whatever, if you want to use Unreal to make a third person game or whatever the hell, you know, you can use those tools to build your own game, just like Roblox. And we all know Roblox went from some shitty little browser thing to $1 billion company just on user created games. And a lot of those games are basic and silly and stupid. So imagine what, you know, basement developers come out with Unreal, that's gonna have like AI built into it, that's gonna have you can literally take photos or video of a street and recreate it inside there, the modern lighting, all that. Imagine what they do with that. And you're gonna be able to make, there's gonna be a creator economy.
What was it? They're gonna get like 40%?
So pretty much, so this is how it works. It's gonna work almost like YouTube. So they're saying that most of the money they make, or all the money they make from Fortnite, is through selling skins. All that revenue, they're gonna take 40% of that and split that and give that to the creators who build games, right? And then they're pretty much paying you to keep people in the ecosystem of Fortnite in general. So it's like being on YouTube. YouTube pays you for bringing people there. Obviously it's more ad. They use ad revenue, from the eyeballs you bring. So this is going to use a similar method. You don't in something like Roblox, you have to use Robux, and that's how you make money. So when people come to your game, they spend Robux, and that's how you make money. In this,
Mhm.
you just need people there. That's it. You just need people there. They want to support you. They want to give you money. Just all they got to do is go to your game and be in the game. That is it. You don't have to worry
That's
about
great.
selling Roblox, a Robux or V Bucks. Because I think that's the way to do it now. The support creator. There's usually like a thing to pay them or give them money or whatever,
Mm.
right? You've seen it, right? When
I
you
don't.
play with the
I
kids and it
know.
says support the
Yeah.
creator right there, and it's some. You never done that, and it
Yeah. It
opens up like
seems.
a window.
Oh no, I never went over to it because I see it. It says supported creator, and then it's like, because they want you to put like their name
Yeah, no,
in the
but in
supported
in
creator
in the
thing. But
actual like creative games that are there now, I think you can give them stuff or whatever through that, and
cool.
yeah,
I never. Yeah, no.
and so they're gonna take that out, and it's just gonna be a 10. Like pretty much, if people play your game, you get paid for that.
That's really cool. I like that. I love that for them. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna with all these tools and stuff. I want to start looking into it. We're gonna make a Pfeffer game.
Hey, like
We're
that's
gonna Pfeffer it up.
I think that's a great idea. Like you stream, you have an idea for a game, you actually, maybe you make something simple or whatever, and then you get your community to play it. Like that's cool. If I'm not sure how many people you would need. I'm assuming, I think it's how long you keep them engaged, how long, stuff like that, and then I think, just like with just like Twitch, like anything else, I guess the amount of hours that accumulates of people playing your game and coming back to it somehow must get turned into money somehow. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
How that gets paid out, how many hours, how many people, I'm sure remains to be seen. I'm sure it's gonna be like you need like a good amount, because anybody
I'm
can
sure.
get
I'm
like
sure you're
10
gonna need that.
friends to play it, but
Exactly.
uh,
Exactly. You're gonna definitely need a bunch of foot traffic on there, and I can only imagine how much time and whatnot you're going to be using to create these things because people even let's say for the Fortnite creative islands that you can go to, like you have all of those challenges, the no death challenges and stuff. You have obstacle courses
right,
currently. You have all these different things, and they're using just the regular ass
assets.
Fortnite resources assets. Thank you. And now imagine how much because it's huge. I kind of looked really quickly to see what they're providing, and they have so many different tools and options and whatnot for the developers now to use in their games. I want to see. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm
I
excited.
like. I want to just do it. I want to try to maybe we can make an obstacle course. Look how easy. Like that's something simple and easy. I'm sure it's takes time to build it, but what I'm saying is
Of
like,
course.
how hard could it really build just to place assets where you have to jump and stuff? You know what I mean? And it's
Exactly.
like learning. I'm sure, but still, like you could build something. I'm sure, and
Mhm.
the fact
Mhm.
that like you can just now how discoverability works and all that remains to be seen again. You know, but just the possibilities. Like I think we're gonna get in the next year, we're gonna get some wild games, and I
Mhm.
think that this is gonna be the start of Epic's true empire because how many games are gonna come out of that as full blown games?
Exactly. Like
Like
Roblox isn't you don't pay much attention to Roblox because it's Roblox and what you have the oof guy there like
not anymore.
it looks like a I mean yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, the
I
sound
forgot.
effect, yeah.
The sound effect. Yeah, but you have the noob, excuse me. But you look at that and then you look over at Fortnite, and of course, some people just don't like Fortnite because of how it looks and whatnot. But for those of us that don't care and just like the game aspect to it, and we like time to time, I look at the creative stuff to see, and then the kids like to do prop hunt and whatever the case. So I can only imagine like actual full on games that'll be however long. Maybe if you find something nice and early, if somebody releases something short earlyish, you can maybe follow the development of it, you know?
Exactly.
And that sounds awesome. I love keeping up with regular just indie games and their development and whatnot. Imagine you just have like a home base to go and take a look at different things.
It's gonna be crazy. Yup. Like I'm telling you, that whole thing is gonna be crazy because, like I said, if it's
Yeah.
meant so that you can build your own games and really build full fledged games, I'm telling you, there's gonna I give it a couple 2 years, maybe three, where we're gonna see like the way that what you call it, a Counter Strike is a mod of Unreal. This I mean a mod of Unreal, a mod of Half Life. I feel like that's what's gonna happen with Fortnite. It's gonna be a mod. It's gonna be some crazy, and it'll probably be like a survival game because those games are the ones that usually
Hmm.
break out like really quick. So I wouldn't be surprised if you get some like really crazy, a survival game that comes out and it's just like everyone plays, and that eventually just gets put. Now Epic has a store that they can just rip that game out and put it on the store and really help you make
Yeah.
money. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, that those would be
Exactly.
doing that will just be wins and advertisement for that platform to say, hey, here you go. And I give it X amount of time before they just let Unreal just be available for you to just fuck around with in general. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it is there. Don't get me wrong, it is there. But I mean, like
Hmm.
licensing and stuff. Well, we'll see because big corporations apparently you need to like pay a license to use that engine or whatever.
Mm.
Where here you don't have to pay, but still you're not getting paid for people to buy your game. You're paying for people to be engaged with your game. So that's why I see massive like survival games and shooters and stuff like that. Like those are probably going to be the biggest like winners. They're making the most money. But I think it's
Hmm.
it's going to be something. I think it's like I think it's eventually going to be the biggest competitor to something like Roblox, especially once kids get their hands on it. Because and I was telling the boy earlier that for better or for worse, I feel like something like this, depending on how people get creative with it, if
Hmm.
it really blows up that much, that could overtake gaming in general. Like I could see that being like where after a while it's like the most played games will be inside of Fortnite. Where
Hmm.
like I could where pretty much why buy a video game where you can play some equivalent of it on Fortnite? The same way on Roblox, especially if you're a kid and that's the only game
Exactly.
you can play. It's free to play.
Free
All
to
you need is a
play.
PlayStation, a mobile phone, or whatever, and you jump in and you can just play a Call of Duty clone that looks amazing, or play there's gonna be somebody who makes like maybe like a zombie game or something like a Last of Us. Imagine building like a Last of Us type game inside of Fortnite. You know what I mean? Obviously, this always gonna
Hmm.
have its limitations, and there's gonna be things that that some solo developers not gonna be able to do. But what I'm saying is that with enough effort, you're gonna have way bigger games. I feel like on inside of Fortnite than something like Roblox because
I
of
can
that same
totally see
thing.
that.
Like you said, like
Yeah.
people look
Yeah.
at Roblox like, ugh, whatever. It has like an
Exactly.
image problem. Fortnite also has a bit of an image problem, but I think I think this is something that can totally repair it, especially if really good games come out of it. At least when those make the
Exactly.
rounds on YouTube and creators start pushing, like, oh, look at this user-made game, that looks fantastic. That's where people are gonna flock to.
Hmm.
Nobody cares that, oh, it looks like Call of Duty on Roblox. Some people do. Some people will probably check it out because it's free, but if it looks like Unreal 5, right?
Exactly. Why the hell not?
I
It's
don't do
worth
you
the checking out anyway.
do you think that this is gonna you agree that this is gonna blow up into something like what do you
I do
see?
think so because, again, just how many people who really just like creating stuff are already doing it on Epic, excuse me, on Fortnite and their creative islands. Now imagine if you have all these even better assets on there to help you with that. Like,
Yup.
it's you can do so many things on there. Somebody can make a what, like a fake ass Dead by Daylight,
Oh, that's true. Wow.
and just do that on there. I mean, they can do that now, but imagine with the Unreal with the better graphics and whatnot.
Exactly. Or their own like fake
You
monster
know?
hunter, or like like I'm telling you, this I feel like, yeah,
Yeah.
you have there's gonna be people who are way more creative than us, who are definitely gonna
Oh,
be doing
totally.
some wildness.
Exactly. And I cannot wait to see what they create because you out there creating are amazing.
Yeah. That's oh man, like I'm really hyped for something like that. What was it that I saw? I think it was like that. The game's newly launched creator economy centers around engagement payouts to eligible island publishers, including Epic, based on metrics including popularity and player retention. Epic said it will put 40% of the net revenue from Fortnite's item shop and related real money purchases into the engagement pool and make payouts monthly. There was also, let's see, third party, blah blah blah. I guess I read it somewhere else. It was saying something that I think people can build together in real time. Like I think me and you can both be in it. Like you can be on PlayStation and I can be on the PC, and we can both be building out a game, like using those tools or whatever. You know, so I mean, look at Dreams on PlayStation. Like people, there's no monetization there, and people built full on wildness and just in Dreams. You know, so
they do.
Oh, it's good. And then like they already built a lot of like things in Fortnite, like web slinging. So like, yo, how long till Spider-Man exists inside of there? Like a full-blown Spider-Man game or a full-blown RPG or something, you know? Like I see some crazy stuff coming out in the future. Like I'm really
excited for it.
I feel like game browsers like that might really be the wave. Like for the, remember what we were talking about, like, you know, the next generation's going to be an artistic generation. I feel like things like this are going to shine in the next 10-15 years. It won't even be like, you know, it'll just be user made stuff, you know, and those will be the best video games. I feel like the days of like massive AAAs, you know, is eventually gonna, you know, crash, and this will be how you consume gaming. You know, it'll just be like a Roblox viewer or Fortnite viewer, and you just pick a game from there. And that's it. Just buy microtransactions for everything. Let the users do it. And it'll just be platforms, you know, and that's it. And it'll, like Twitch or YouTube for gaming. You know, because no one ever thought of that. We said the Netflix of gaming, but what does the YouTube of gaming look like? What does the Twitch of gaming look like? You know, I think this is it. This is gonna be like the YouTube of gaming. Meaning, I know it sounds ridiculous, but meaning like user-made content that generates money. You know, all because YouTube is only user-generated content. So only use, that's what Roblox is that right now. Roblox is like the YouTube of gaming. Which is, I hope I can coin that term. That's you heard it here first. Because like I said, everyone says Netflix because, you know, it's so big and it's a streaming service. So you think like you know, a subscription service for games, fine. But what about, you know, a user only made games, you know, that you browse through and you make money based on engagement? That's literally YouTube of gaming right there. So yeah. That's where I feel like this is gonna create that even more. Even though it exists in Roblox, this is gonna bring it to like the mainstream. I feel like that's what Fortnite's gonna do.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna bring that all to the forefront. It's gonna,
and because it's on Fortnite, things like this exist. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, but that already exists, no one's doing it. I you know, that like it does exist, because what's that? Remember they just released how's it called? That other app. Core? Yeah, Core. That I know that exists, and that's pretty much the same thing. So I'm sure that this is to bring it to more people's attention. Like, you like Fortnite, you like, you know, maybe you want to build your own game here. You have an audience that's going to open it for the main game anyway. So that's what brings that audience potentially to your game. It's coming for the main game and among other things. So exactly. But yeah,
we'll keep an eye out to see what comes out.
Yeah, I'm definitely. This is something I definitely want to like, maybe on a weekly thing we can talk about games we found on the Fortnite creative. You know,
I gotta update my Fortnite and stuff now.
Yeah, so make sure you download that. I'm definitely gonna be checking that out. I want to, you know, like I said, we have our own little. We've joked about having our own little studio here in the house with the kids, and you know who's on what. And I feel like this could really like allow that for some fun. Like, let's build a game. Let's start with something basic. I was telling the boy, build a tower defense game. We can build a tower defense game starting out.
That's true. He loves tower defense games.
You know, or build a horde game, or build, you know, where you're fighting hordes of, you know, rebuild what's that? Save the world.
Oh my god.
You know, have your own save the world or whatever. Like, I definitely want to. I'm definitely very optimistic about this, you know, just because of what Roblox has already done. So it's like kids already love coming here. So, You know, like if there's money here, you know, especially if there's money to be made now, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
People did, like I said, people did crazier things in dreams and where there was no money to be made. So now they can have these great tools where and money and you know, like I said, keep people engaged. You make money. That's it. They just got to come to
Mm-hmm.
your game, and you can use. I feel like the people who are gonna make the money first though are definitely gonna be streamers because
Yep.
now you can take your
Yep.
massive community, you know, get a game made, promote it on your channel, and hey, that helps you get even more money now. Now you're getting money from your Twitch viewership or your YouTube. Just so that's what I'm saying. Content creators. This is like the content creation of video games. You know what I mean? Like now you can
Yep.
all these
Yep.
guys crying about, oh, there's no fun games to make content out of anymore. Now you can build your own fucking game right in Fortnite.
Now you can do your own process of building your own game. That's your own content. That's your own creation. But we'll see if you
Exactly.
do it.
Exactly. But yeah. All
Yeah.
right. But yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything we needed to cover. Was there anything else you want to go over?
No. Oh, Bluebird came out with their 11-minute footage on layer. I don't know
Layers
what
of
the name is
Fear.
anyway. Is it Layers of Fear? Two Layers Too Furious?
No, it's just the Layers of Fear remake.
Layers of Fear remake. Okay.
Yeah, the first one. Layers of
We joke
Fear.
about it so much. I'm just like I've lost all layer of fear, layers of fears, layers of fears.
What was it? It was Layers of Fears was like that sequel or whatever that I don't think has come out yet, right? Something like that. Or the Layer of Fears or some shit like that. It was something stupid.
Layers of Fear. It's
So what's the
Layers of Fear.
so what's the first game called? Layer of Fear?
I don't. The title has lost all meaning. No, Layers of Fear. Yeah. Yes.
What's the sequel thing called then?
Layers of Fear 2.
Oh, it was something else.
Two Layers Too Furious.
Yeah, two layers too frivolous. All right. Layers of Fear. I don't know anymore. Anyway, so if you're gonna be at PAX, definitely come say hi. If you're listening, if you happen to be listening to this and you're gonna be there, we'll be there starting Friday and Saturday. So come say what up to us. We're gonna be recording, hopefully interviewing and playing lots of video games. So definitely come check us out there and yeah, be on the, we're gonna cover the full show on our next podcast. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Yes. We're gonna have some fun.
And what do you think about the whole Fortnite creative thing? Do you think some games are going to come out? Are you interested in that? Let us know. Definitely, and have a good night.
Bye. Bye.
Peace. Later.